Peace. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Zuri. For those of you who are new, welcome back if you're returning. As you can see, this is a different video. I cannot believe that I'm about to start doing readings again. Honestly, I have been, short disclaimer, short reason why I'm back into doing tarot videos. This morning, lately anyway, I've been in the state of surrendering. I had a really powerful moment yesterday with Source and the Creator, and I felt bad, like I wasn't doing my part, like I felt like I would receive so many blessings and things I asked for, but I wasn't doing enough in return, and I was having a conversation with my boyfriend, and I was just like, I feel like we shouldn't take advantage of the fact that God is always going to be there, because essentially we're in a relationship with God. All of us are, and God will always be there. There's never going to be a moment where God is not going to be there for you, and I feel like you can take advantage of that fact by asking him for things, and he'll do it, and just keep on doing that, and you're not really giving any of your time back. You're not giving back to his people. You're not even giving back to yourself. You're not really holding yourself up to your end of the bargain, essentially. And I felt bad. Like I was like thanking him in the moment that, I received what I did. And I was really thankful. Like I was moved to tears. I was so thankful by what he did. And I just felt, I guess, a little bit of shame. Like I don't really keep up with my spiritual hygiene as much as I should. And I just surrender, like I surrender to not knowing how things are going to work out, but knowing that they will, and all that. I surrender to my path. I surrender to my personal path of least resistance, no matter who that makes uncomfortable around me. Because I grew up very aware of myself and others, and very aware of their energy towards me and how they felt about me when I did certain things. And I learned today that I have a fear of being seen, like being on camera, and not even on camera, just in person. I had social anxiety so bad that I wouldn't even in college, I would skip dinner because I knew that the cafeteria would be packed, and I was just like, I don't want to go in there and deal with all those people. Not even that I had to deal with them, but I just always was so self-conscious that everybody was looking at me. They were talking about me, just because I've experienced so much of that in my life. It almost makes me, I don't know, I don't regret I didn't have control over it, so I can't really regret what I went through. Part of me wishes I didn't go through it, but part of me also knows that I went through what I did to build that development within myself and to be who I am, and so I can pass it on to my kids, so I can grow through this, learn through this, and become a better person at the end of it. So I'm getting over my fear of being seen, because I know that's a very real thing. I just saw it today. I saw something about that today, but honestly, I feel like I've been dealing with that my whole life. So this morning when I woke up, I was just listening to my intuition, and my intuition often speaks to me through visions. So I will see what's about to happen before it actually happens. And when I say that, I don't mean I can predict the future. I just mean my intuition will tell me what I need to be doing, and through vision. So I was in the bed, and normally I don't take a shower first thing. I get up and I do honestly, I do whatever the fuck I feel like doing that morning. Some days it's yoga and journaling and meditating, and other days it's rolling up, and other days it's drinking tea, and it's different day to day. So this morning, as soon as I woke up, I was having visions of getting in the shower, immediately. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll go get in the shower, so I went and got in the shower. And then I got visions of actually getting myself together like this, doing some of my hair, and putting on my jewelry that I made. Most of these, I didn't make all of them, but I made most of them. In case you're wondering, hit me up. I also made this ring. I think this is rose quartz. I think it is. But yeah, so I just had all these feelings of, and I felt, because the only time I ever actually get ready and I'm staying in the house is if I'm going to do a video, because I don't want to get on camera looking at a hot ass fucking mess. So I knew that I was going to be recording some type of video, but I didn't know what, because I'm I've been doing my podcast and stuff, but honestly, I'm sitting on a couple podcasts right now that I still have yet to edit and things like that. So I'm I don't really know what to talk about, as far as the podcast goes, especially when I have to edit these other two videos I have. So as I'm getting ready, I'm just continuing to get ready, you know, like I don't know what it's for, but I'm just doing it. And then it came to me that I was going to pull cards for myself, and I was like, oh, I got ready so I could record a video for you all as well. And it's so funny because I actually recorded a video a little while, like a week or so ago, and I didn't post it. Again, I just, spiritual attacks are at an all-time high, especially for those of us who are tapped in and tuned in, those of us who have messages to share with others, those of us who want to help others, those of us who are, you know, living in our purpose. Like, there are people who really don't want you to do that. Like, even if it seems like you don't fuck with nobody, that's how it is for me. It seems like I really don't fuck with nobody for real anyway. So to have haters, it's like beyond me. Especially considering the way I grew up. Like, I didn't grow up, like, I wasn't someone you would hate on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stayed very much in the background. I got messed with because my brother, he used to pick on me all the time. I was the butt of everyone's joke. People thought I was ugly, thought I was fat. Like, I never had the greatest I never had the greatest childhood, the greatest life, anything. So to know that people are really actually trying to fuck with me, like, that just rubs me the wrong way. Like, I don't fuck with nobody. Like, I don't do shit to y'all. But I guess it's deeper than that. You know, it's spiritual. It's more than just their 3D soul. Or not 3D soul, but more than just their 3D, like, avatar. You know, like, doing these things, like talking shit about me or whatever. It's more than that. It's spiritual. Like, it's deep. It's their spirit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us have nastier spirits than we would like to admit. So I think that's part of it. But I just really haven't been editing videos. Editing videos is not that fun anyway. But I've also just been going through a lot with work. I started a new job lately, so I've been, you know, adjusting to that. I've been adjusting to getting by with little to nothing. I'm moving soon. Like, I have a lot going on, so I might edit that part out. Yeah, I don't even know that I'm moving, but I have a lot going on right now. So I actually got up. I put on my crystals. I actually put on this pendant that I haven't worn in forever that has a clear quartz on it. And I believe opalite. I don't think that's opalite. I think that's another clear quartz. That's amethyst. And this is blue. I think this is like aquamarine, maybe. Something with the eye of Ra. I ordered this from, I was about to say her actual name. I believe her storefront is called Steph Feels or Cosmic Feels. I think it's Cosmic _Feels on Instagram. I believe that's her ad name. I followed her on Twitter. So I followed her actual Twitter page. Like, we were actually like cool on Twitter. So I frequently like DM her for my shit. But she has an actual storefront on Etsy, and she will also do custom pieces. She's done like lock jewelry for me before. I've literally ordered from her a lot. I've got a lot of things from her. So she's dope. Check her out. Her the energy that you get when you purchase something from her is amazing. I grabbed my arm, but I made these. So this is me. I do make jewelry as well. I do so many things, and I feel like I have to come to terms with that as well, because that's been hard for me to deal with, because I don't be knowing if I'm doing the right thing at the right time, and it's just a lot. So pray for me. I'll pray for y'all. Let's get into this reading. This is going to span from a week prior to this to a week in front of this. So today is Thursday. So Thursday, May, what the fuck is the date? 13th. So, no, it's the 11th. Yeah, it's the 11th. Why did I say 13th? I don't know. Today's the 11th. So a week before this to a week after this is when this reading may resonate with you, or whenever you find it, because energy is timeless. But at the time of this recording, this is what I'm applying for my life, since I'm recording the video, essentially for me, but also for y'all. Okay, so yeah, one moment. Okay, so to start, we're going to start with my Moonology Oracle deck. These just give like general energies that the collective may be experiencing at the time. Before I pull a card, I do want to say that I have been channeling the song Rise Up by Andra Day. If you don't know that song, but you probably do, because we all know that song. She goes like, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise I didn't warm up or anything before I sang that, so don't judge me. But yeah, that song. And then I actually saw a video yesterday from someone that I follow. Her name is Stephanie P. Smith, I believe. She gives a lot of like messages from God and stuff. And she saw a video. I saw a video that was actually called Rise, and I clicked on it, and she was saying that God is telling her like he's about to rise those up in his kingdom. Those who are, listening to him and doing what he said, even if it looks hard, even if you're getting spiritually attacked, like all that. I've also been putting so much time in my cooking business, and that's really been my main focus, honestly, especially with like not working. I've been doing a lot with that. Yeah. So take that song how it resonates with you. If it's time for you to rise up, or if you've been feeling that energy of rising up, like if you've been, committing to what you said you would do, and if you're doing more and, all that. God is exalting us. And that's why I was so thankful yesterday, because I saw that video before what happened. And I cried. I was so thankful. Like, some shit be seeming so small to some people, but it's so big to me, because I just don't take nothing for granted. Like, there's people out here who really don't have a lot. And I'm just so thankful for all I do have. So, Spirit, what energies can we expect to be around us? Those are a lot of cards. They were 3. Oh. The bottom of the deck says the energy is giving momentum. It's giving momentum. Oh, gaining. Sorry, it's gaining momentum. Look at me, head ass fucking TikToker. The energy is gaining momentum, and that is a waxing moon, which means the moon is going to be full soon, I think. Yeah, waxing means getting bigger. Y'all, I'm not super big into astrology. Like, I pull cards, I connect with the divine, all that. But look, don't ask me. I know what a stellium is only because I looked it up. Like, don't ask me nothing about a planet trying this planet and how does that affect my energy in this house and that house. Because, baby, I don't know. Okay? Water Baby Tarot, I think that's still her name. Her YouTube, she'll get you together. She'll get you all the way together as far as your astrology needs go. Not me. Not me, boo-boo. All right. So, the first one we have is full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. And I've been getting that energy a lot, too. I kind of get frustrated a little bit because I don't know what the bigger picture is all the time. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. All these full moons, except this one and that one. But still, we started off with 2 full moons. That's already a whole lot of exciting energy, a lot of amped up energy, a lot of like needs to let go of shit energy. Like full moons are definitely about letting go and shining your brightest. No matter what is trying to hinder you, is trying to stop you, a full moon is definitely about getting rid of all that shit, And actually, like, I feel kind of like with the full moon, you get that kind of chaotic energy. You get that crazy energy. So people always say like, oh, it must be a full moon when people are out acting the ass. And typically it's accurate because full moons do affect your energy in that way. They affect the water, they affect everything. And we're saying, sorry, I talk so fast. We're 75% water. So if the moon can affect the ocean, why wouldn't it affect us? Water deals with your emotions. So like this can be a very emotional time for you. Maybe you're experiencing a lot of emotional things coming up for you. Maybe you're purging a lot, like I said, letting go of things. It's saying, look at the bigger picture. The answers you need are coming. So I feel like maybe you're experiencing something, you're going through something where you don't really know the outcome of it. Like you don't really know like if the next step you're taking is the next step. But as long as you take a step, that's what God is looking at. That's what he wants to see you doing, is like trying, even if he'll correct you, what I'm saying? He'll make sure you're going straight. But as long as you try, as long as you put yourself out there and, look for the answers, or not even look for them, but just open yourself up to receiving the answers. Like I said this morning, like surrendering, like opening yourself up and allowing God to come in and do what it is that he needs to do for you. New moon eclipse, expect powerful change. Didn't we just have an eclipse? Yeah, I don't know. And hold your vision, fixed moon. I know we just had an eclipse. We just had a lunar and a solar eclipse. I'm pretty sure. So this goes right along with the energy we're experiencing right now then. Like, expect powerful change. Again, more full moon energy, but this is a new moon eclipse. So this is actually a new moon. New moons are about planting seeds. New moons are about honing in on what it is that you really want to do and putting that to work, planting your seed. It's dark outside. You know, when you plant a seed in the ground, it's dark. Over time, when you water, when you nurture your seeds, that's when they start to grow and sprout and come out into the sun. But we all start in the dark. When we're conceived, we are in the dark. We're in a uterus, you know what I'm saying? Growing, conceiving. So I feel like the change that's coming is coming with something that you planted a while ago, like something that you started, something that, you know, you decided to commit to. And I'm gonna try my hardest not to cry, y'all, because I said this reading for me too, and I get very emotional when I feel God moving through me or working for me. Like I feel so much gratitude all the time. And I really just want him to know that I am so thankful. Like I don't want to ever, you know, take him for granted again, or like, you know, have him feel. And I just feel like I just felt like a sensation that like I'm okay, like I'm really tripping for no reason. But just the way I grew up, I really feel like I have to say thank you for every single thing. Like I always feel like I'm not being grateful, even though, you know, I am, but whatever. Neither here nor there. The last card was hold your vision on a fixed moon. So if you know what fixed energy is, which is your Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, I am a fixed sign. I am an Aquarius. Fixed signs are very stubborn. We're not going for the bull. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to take a lot to want to change our minds. And that is the energy that God is wanting you to hold. Hold your vision. He's wanting you to have that. Don't change your mind. Keep moving forward. You know, like, as an example, I'm someone who has started many projects and fell off of those projects, you know, like, just not continued. Like, I have an unfinished painting over there. And paintings, you know, they take a while to finish anyway. But I started, like, my business, like with my tarot videos. I was selling things like as the Poetic Mystic. I was selling like candles and jewelry. Like I said, I was selling herbal teas because I'm an herbalist. I was just doing, you know, many different things, waist beads, a lot of hands-on things. And I took a step back because I don't know, I just felt, who knows? You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I just stopped. And I've done that a few times. I followed through quite a few times as well. So I think it's important to give yourself grace and to remember that you're not perfect. And it's okay to like start something and stop something. Maybe it's just not time and things like that, you know. But this is a card of hold your vision. Don't give up on that thought. Don't give up on that dream. Don't say, oh, like, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe you're not seeing what you thought you would see. It's cool. Like, hold your vision. God is saying if you hold your vision and you keep doing you keep working, you keep doing what I told you to do, to get what you want. Because it's ultimately God works for us. Like, he doesn't work for us, but he's here for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things we want, he wants us to have those things. Like, he wants us to be happy. He wants us to be joyful. He doesn't want us to walk around sad, mad, depressed, because all these man-made structures and societal norms and shit that have been created for us, God didn't ordain that. God didn't say you need to have all this shit enlisted. No. Like, of course, we're a people, so we have a conscience. We're going to do what we need to do. But the problem came in when we got greedy, when we got power hungry and all that. And that's why the country is the way it is. That's why people are struggling right now. That's why people are walking around depressed, living paycheck to paycheck, burnt out, you know, all that shit. It was never for us. God never said y'all need to work a 40-hour work week for somebody else to make they shit prosper. Because what about me? Like, what about my happiness? I'm a whole human. I get to have my own existence on earth too. I don't want to work my whole entire life for you just so I can get fucking retirement and stay up in some shabby ass house, marry some whack ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. I don't want to buy a house, build a white picket fence, all the American dream. I don't want that shit. Who the fuck wants the American dream? I have a whole little like podcast, essentially. It's like an audio journal thing I post on my Instagrams. I have a whole thing about that on my Instagram, on Zuri Music, not the Poetic Mystic, on Zuri Music. Because y'all, the government, all of them, they're the ones who want to instill that in us, that we need to do this, that we're no more than our credit score. We're no more than that. We can't buy more than that. Like, that's our worth. No. Who told you that? Because it wasn't God. You didn't read that in the Bible. You didn't read that in the Quran. You didn't read that in shit unless it's been changed. That's just not what I believe our relationship here is supposed to be with ourselves, with others, with this earth, and with God. It's just not. So whatever you're doing, like whatever it is that you started. Another example for me is just cooking. That's what I think this is referring to me about. Cooking is something that I've done, cooking and music, because cooking I've done my whole entire life. I've been singing my whole entire life. Those are two things I feel like I will never, ever, ever really get away from. You know, I have been making candles my whole life. I do jewelry, I crochet, I do all that shit for me, really. Like, it's just fun. It's a hobby, and I would love to stay home and do that shit and make money off of it as opposed to going to clock in for somebody or whatever. However, I know that cooking is one of my gifts. Singing and music is one of my gifts. So like I want to hone in on my gifts and I want to move forward with them. With my music, I've done a lot. With my writing and my poetry, I released a documentary. I released a poetry book. I have music out. You know, I've done a lot as far as music goes, and now I'm in my cooking phase, and really it's never really left. It's just I started my cooking business in 2019, but a lot has happened in my life, and I was not able to stay the most consistent with it. However, I'm at a time now where I have been consistent, and I've been consistently posting on TikTok. I have a website with my recipes on it. I'm catering for people. I'm selling food. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm getting all certifications I need. I'm getting licensed so I can go vend at other places. Like, I'm really doing what I need, and there are things that keep popping up for me that I think are trying to hinder me or slow me down or make me stop. Like, I'm not gonna stop. The way God came through for me yesterday, I'm not gonna stop. Like, it's my, I feel like I'm about to cry. It's my duty right now. It's my obligation to not let God down after what he's done for me. Like, I don't know, I just can't do it. So that's why I think he means by hold your vision and expect powerful change with that. Like, it's coming. The answers you need are coming. Look at the bigger picture. Stay strong. Hold fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let anybody get in your mind. Don't let nothing make you doubt the fact that the greatness that is coming for you is coming for you. And it's going to be here momentarily. It's going to be here. But you have to hold the vision. The energy is gaining momentum. A time to give rather than take. That just means say thank you. You know, like, give gratitude to God for real. Like, don't get stuck in what you don't have or caught up on like the fact that you're not where you think you should be, because who the fuck decided where we should be at a certain age? Because age is so fucking fake. Like, all age means to me is like signifying how much time that I have left on earth. That's really what age is for me. Because inside, I know that I will always carry this youthful like energy with me. Like, I just can't with the too serious shit. Like, I can't. I really can't. So, next we're going to pull from my African Goddess Rising Oracle. If you are a man, you can still take these energies how they apply, because energy is just energy. It's not assigned to a specific gender. You're totally good, okay? We all have to have a balance of masculine and feminine energy anyway. Don't even take it so deep. You know what I'm saying? Just listen. Just listen. So I love the African Goddess Rising deck. I actually even have the book with it. And there was a time when I was actually going through the book. I was taking notes. I was writing stuff down. I was doing the little prompts they had in the book. If I was really into it, I would pull cards from here and look up the queen that I would get. I would go in there, look the queen up. Like, it was like a whole thing. And I really just, like I said, it kind of fell off. But I'm looking forward to getting back into it more, especially with recording readings and stuff. Like, I just feel like I have to. I might even do like short daily readings, because I feel like I'm gonna have to, you know, pull for myself daily anyway. So like, why not record them? But I also like don't want to overwhelm myself. So maybe I'll just post the ones. Like, I'll keep pulling for myself every day, but only post the ones after a week has passed. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Anyway, Spirit, what goddesses wish to work with us today for this spread? What? Oh, okay. It's like I'm getting so many cards. So many cards today. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. Okay. I don't even know if we can show these on YouTube. I don't want my video taken down or not monetized. I'm gonna just cover her body. This is what Water Baby Tarot would do. Some of these queens are naked, and I think it's beautiful because I hate wearing clothes. Let's be real. We were born naked. Why do I have to walk around covering myself all the time? I think clothes look nice sometimes, you know? Like, you can have them. You can have some You could definitely have some fly ass outfits, but I just feel like I'd rather be naked. Let's be real. All right. I'm going to cover her body, but this card 26 is called Sacred Lust. And this card, so Sacred Lust, I've actually pulled that for myself before. And what that is, it's saying that like, it's okay to have fun with life. It's okay to be horny for good things to happen to you. It's okay to be horny to go do good things or to go fuck or, like whatever. It's okay. And it's actually encouraged, I get like a playful energy with that card as well. Like I was just saying, like I'm gonna always carry that youthful energy with me. Like that is something that I will forever carry. And I think that's what God is wanting you to do. Like he's wanting you to have fun with life. Like stop taking shit so serious. Yes, it might look scary. And yes, some shit might be serious, but everything isn't. And it's okay. It's important to not walk around in that mindset, because that's when you do get down, you get depressed, you get sad, because you're focusing on everything that you don't have. You're focusing on all the lack. And it's easy. It's so easy to feel that way, especially with social media these days. And everybody's faking for the gram and for TikTok, and renting out these places and taking pictures, acting like it's their place, and doing that with cars and just all types of shit. Clothes. People rent clothes and take that shit right the fuck back. Like, don't think for a second that everything you see on the internet is facts or it's true or everyone's living this amazing life. Like, that's not the case, okay? Build that for you, okay? There's more to Sacred Lust than just becoming rich and traveling to like all these places or whatever. Like traveling, I love to travel, and that is something that I really want to do. Don't get me wrong. And it's fine to travel in luxury. I'm not taking nothing away from that. But what I am taking away from is the faking of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also the fact that you don't have to do all that to feel happy, to feel good. Like a feeling is something that a feeling of happiness or of home is something you should be able to cultivate no matter where you're at, because how you feel on the inside, These people do these things in hopes that it'll get them clout. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to do something, I just want you to be genuinely interested and happy doing it. Don't do it because you feel like you have something to prove to somebody else or whatever. You don't have shit to prove. Play in the way you want to play in. Everybody doesn't want luxury vacations all the time. Everybody don't want that shit. Some people want a cottage in the woods by themselves with no other people around, because that is so appealing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not joking when I say that. Like, of course I want to travel and see the world, but like when I retire, I don't want to retire in like a mansion. I want to retire in like nice size. Of course I want to have kids, but I don't want to tell y'all my dreams. Y'all ain't gonna shit on my shit. So anyways, the first card is Queen of Sheba, Secrets Revealed, card 36, which breaks down to a 9. And this was also 26, which breaks down to an 8. So 26 and 36, we have 8 and 9. So we have some progression energy. This says Secrets Revealed. I believe that is alluding to the answers are coming. But with this deck, I do like to read. So I will go ahead and read what this means. So the temple is Queen's, element fire. In the Bible, the wealthy Queen of Sheba brings a caravan of gifts to King Solomon. The Ethiopian holy book reveals that she was their Queen Makeda, and that together they sired King Menelik the First. I don't know what that is. Okay. The guidance from the card: open your eyes. Secrets are being revealed. It is safe for you to see the truth. Your inner vision is crystal clear. You don't know what you don't know. Your creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. This is divine intelligence. Pay close attention. There are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided. Choose your own path. I am connected to the divine. So with that was very powerful. That was deep. Especially with like, there are things that you do not let yourself see, and that came out right under look at the bigger picture. And like I said, look at the bigger picture has something that's been on my mind lately that frustrates me a little bit, because what is the bigger picture? Like, look at it. Well, what is it? And when I try and take myself, back and try to see from a bird's eye view, what's going on in my life, honestly, I don't think I've ever really tried to, like, just now to really step back and try to see that. And as I look at what's occurred in my life, like, I do think that I am just being prepared, like, for amazing things, like, for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, the job I was at that I'm no longer at, like I said, I just started working somewhere else now, but the job I was at, I was telling myself that I was stuck there because it was so hard for me to find a job that fit the hours that I wanted. I didn't have to wake up at the crack of dawn, which I didn't want that. Like, I don't like waking up super early and having to go somewhere. I love to wake up with the sun and in peace and, you know, like, slow and not have to, like, rush out the house or anything like that. I was working with kids, so, like, I just felt like it was going to be hard for me to find a job that had the same hours. But at the same time, like, I was so stressed there. The last week before I left the company, I cried every single day. Every day. Every day I cried. And on the day before the last day I was there, I laid on this floor. I put a blanket out and I laid there on my back and I just started crying. I couldn't even control the tears. I was miserable. And I had been miserable for a while. But like I said, I kept telling myself, like, you know, this is going to be it, Andrene. Like, just stick it out here. For those of y'all don't know, my actual name is Andrene. I was like, I'm going to just stick it out here. Like, don't worry about it. Just keep working on what you work. I was already doing my cooking things. So I'm going to just keep working on what you're working on. You'll see a change when you start getting paid from that. Then you can quit. Then you can leave. Then you can whatever, you know. So I thought I was doing the right thing by staying. But my mental health was getting worse and worse and worse. Not that it was, like, terrible, but I've gone through a lot of mental health stuff. So, like, I know how to gauge myself and how to handle myself. But what I was feeling, I was coming home irritated every day. I was annoyed every time my phone rang with someone from my job. I mean, anytime it rang, period, I got anxiety because I thought it was going to be someone from my job. And, like, before I left, like 2 months before I left, like, both of my 4 months before I left, both my bosses quit. The person right above me and the person right above him. So the two people that I had the most contact with dipped out. And the person who was right above me, he was really cool. Like, he didn't micromanage me. Like, I told him one time too, like, I was like, I'm sorry I don't get all my shit in, like, on time. Like, I get it in, but I mean, like, it's not on time. So I just apologized. And he was like, as long as you come to work, I don't give a fuck. He was like, you show up and that's what matters. So I'm like, well, cool. So, like, we had a decent relationship. And I honestly feel like if he would have stayed, that I probably wouldn't have, like, nothing probably would have happened, like, as bad as it did, or, you know, whatever. But that wasn't the case. He left, and the lady who was hired in his spot, I just feel like she has some kind of beef with me. And I feel like we've been having that beef for a while, and I don't actually have beef. She's just a mean person. She's a nasty person, physically and actually. She talks about everybody. Her body is crazy. You know, like, I just feel like people who look crazy often have crazy spirits. And that's how it was for her. Like, she was just not a nice person. And as soon as she became, like, my boss, she started asking me to do all this shit. All of a sudden, I'm getting blown up all the time. You need to do this, do that. Oh, like, I called out sick. And they didn't want me to let me be sick. They said, yeah, I had to go to the doctor to get a note for COVID. What the fuck? The CDC said stay home for 5 days. And it's on the website. I sent it to them. I'm like, so this don't matter? Like, what are you talking about? So I just didn't show up. And then we're going to have a meeting, and she going to say, talking to the HR lady, like, because she was in there with us. And she was like, oh, so what do we do if we're sick? Is it okay to call off? And the fuck? What do you mean is it okay? And then the thing is, when I called off, I asked, can I just use PTO? Like, y'all don't can I use PTO? They didn't want to pay me. They didn't want to pay me. So, like, and then at the meeting, she was like, yeah, just use PTO. And I'm like, I didn't say it out loud, but I'm like, I offered, I asked, and y'all wouldn't let me do it. Y'all actually stopped replying to me. Like, they're mean. They are not nice people, bro. Like, they're not. She asked me to, all of a sudden, I have to be the leader at a camp for the break and then be another leader in the summer. Like, she was asking me to do all types of shit. And I'm just like, I can't. Like, it was so much going on. They asked me to fill in for somebody else. It was too much. It was too much. And I don't know. I feel like if that never would have happened though, it's like a blessing in disguise. If that never would have happened, I don't think I ever would have gotten as deep as I have with my cooking stuff yet. I don't think I would be where I'm at right now. Like, I think I would still be miserable at that job and hating life and hating where I work and feeling stuck there and all that. So I think that's what God means by look at the bigger picture and secrets being revealed. Like it's here for you right now. It's open to you. Like your guides are communicating with you. Like I talk really fast, y'all. If you haven't caught on by now, I talk fast. Spirit's communicating with you. They want you to get the things that you want. They want you to open yourselves up to them. Okay. And I'm getting the sense I need to hurry up. So the next card is card number 5, Mabuya Nahanda, Radical Rebirth. And even if you can't pronounce their names, the energy is still there. They know what you mean. Radical Rebirth. I'm gonna just read the cards and then I'll read the book. And that was card 5. And then we have card 43, which is a 7. So now we have 7, 8, 9. Abul Nimba, which is harvest. Reaping your harvest with a radical rebirth. And then we have card 42, Ayizan, miracles. And this speaks to opening yourself up to receive. And that's what I was saying before. Like, you have to have space for God to come in and do what he can, needs to do. But you have to be able to surrender. You have to be able to take a step back and say, okay, I don't have control. You can take control. You can move in my life and I will listen to you. I will do what you say. Don't think you don't have to do anything when it comes to surrendering and sitting back. Don't think that you're not doing anything, because manifesting is co-creating with God. It's not God does everything. It's you got to put some work into, and God is going to bless that work to give you what it is you desire. So this is actually a 6. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. If that is not synchronistic, I don't know what the fuck is. That is just letting me know that, like, you're on the right path. I'm talking to myself, whoever's watching this. You're on the right path. You're making the right moves. Keep going. Look at the bigger picture. Whenever you find yourself doubting, look at the bigger picture. Whenever you find yourself stuck or worried or scared, look at the bigger picture. Know that what you are doing is in alignment with who you are. Hold your vision. Expect the change, okay? But you got to hold your vision. Your harvest is coming. Like, all these cards is beautiful for real. You have to have space for God to perform the miracle. That's the overall message. It's like, number 1, surrender. Get out of the way. Number 2, keep going. Don't give up. Don't let any obstacle, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, period. And number 3, God is going to move for you. It's already happening. It's already occurring. It's already here. But you have to stay in this sacred lust mind state. You have to stay in this mindset of, I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to love my life. Everything that's happening is working out for me. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for all that I have. And everything it's going to work out. It's already working out. Like, this is it. Like, you have to have that vision. You have to hold it. You understand, like the card said, energy is gaining momentum. And it is, because springtime is like your rebirth time anyway. Springtime is when things come back to life. Your trees start growing their leaves back. Your flowers start regrowing. Like, everything comes alive again. And the energy gains until you get to summer, and then it's on fire. You know what I'm saying? And then we go back to our cycles and, chill out and wintertime and all that. But we're in a cycle right now where a harvest is coming. This is when, at the end of the season, essentially, is when you have your main harvest or whatever. But that was a little line I just threw in there. At the end of your season. You're in a season of harvest right now. You're in a season of radical rebirth. You're in a season of whatever you have planted, whatever seeds you have planted, they are sprouting, they are growing, they are blooming. And you have to hold the vision. If you don't, your plant will die. I ain't gonna say you're gonna die. Physically, metaphorically, you're gonna die. You're gonna lose the momentum. Once the momentum is lost, we all know how hard it is to get going again. Once you stop doing some shit, it's so hard to get back on it. Take going to the gym, for example. You can go to the gym consistently for 2 months straight. You take 1 week off, going back that next week is going to be hard as shit. It's going to be so hard. Once you lose your momentum, it's hard. Not impossible. I'm not saying it's going to be impossible to do it, but whatever you have started, continue. Hold the vision, okay? I was going to say I was going to pull from the tarot deck, but I'll still pull. I feel like I should. This is just if I need them for clarifiers, another tarot deck. But right now I'm pulling from my Radiant Wise. I love this deck. I've had this deck since like I first started doing tarot. It's like a spinoff of like the traditional Rider-Waite deck, but I think the pictures are more detailed, and it's just a great, like, standard deck. I really like it a lot. And then after I pull from this, if we need clarifiers, I'll pull clarifiers. If not, I'm going to pull an everyday piece card that I'm going to start doing every single day, or every time I post a reading. I'm doing it for myself every day, but every time I post a reading for y'all, y'all will get a new card. And thereby that, I really can't pronounce his name. It's like Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about by saying that, but like I can't pronounce it. I don't want to butcher his name, but it's by him. It's called Everyday Peace Cards, and they're just mindfulness cards, like meditation cards. They're really nice. They give you a nice little mojo for the day. Spirit, what tarot cards? The World. What cards, Spirit, from this deck do we need to complete this spread? What cards do we need to complete this spread, Spirit? What are you trying to say? And the World has a naked person too, a naked lady. Again. Oh, I just got a powerful download. You know how I was talking about earlier that I have a fear of being seen? Show yourself. Show yourself and all of who you are. I'm not saying go post a naked picture, but what I am saying is don't be scared to be who you are. That is your ticket to the life that you want. That's what's going to give you all that you desire, yourself. And you can't do it by trying to be deceptive. You can't do it by being somebody that you're not. You see how he's the only one in the card. He's the only one holding the swords. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're trying to, like, you know, sneak away. You know, like, you're trying to, like, show that you're not who you say you are, you know? The Seven of Swords is about deception. Swords is about your mind. Five of Swords is dealing with deception from someone else. Seven of Swords is internal deception. Like, what are you doing with these swords? And look how you're holding them. You're going to cut yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Be who you are. If you don't know who you are, because a lot of us don't. That's such a real reality. A lot of us don't even know who we are. There are parts of us that we have shushed and silenced and shunned because we were shamed for those things, and we don't even remember. So, like, I feel like this card is about the deception that comes with all those thoughts. Like, you don't have to deceive yourself. And if you do, you're not going to get what you think you want. You're not. You're going to manifest something entirely different that's not real and aligned with who you are. Don't do that. Be yourself, and don't be scared to be yourself. The Hermit. This card was face down on my lap. Didn't I just say to go within and be yourself? And if you don't know who you are, to ask. Oh, I think I was about to say it, but I was like, it's a very real thing that people, like, don't know themselves. The Hermit is all about taking time away. Look at the light. He's holding the light. Find your own light. Find your light within you. What makes you shine? What makes you who you are? And for me, I'm learning that, like, it's more than just, like, cooking and music and all that. The person that I am is a fucking Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck. I can't make this shit up. The person who I am outspoken. Okay? I am hilarious. I am very sarcastic, but I'm also real as fuck. And I say things that need to be said in a very raw way. And as a child, that shit was not accepted. People didn't want me to be that person. They're like, oh, you have anger problems. Oh, you talk too much. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. You're too much. Blah, blah, blah. No, bitch, you're just not enough. How about that? How about the person that I am is not someone that you can stand next to? Because I'm so radically who I am. And if you're not that, I can't be around you. You know, I see through the bullshit. Like, I see through all of it. And I can no longer pretend that I don't. I can no longer pretend that I fuck with people that I don't really fuck with. I can no longer pretend that the way y'all move is something that I agree with. I don't. Okay? And I have to, for a long time, like, I got rid of that side of myself because I felt like I would not be loved. People didn't like that side of people. Like, people didn't like to see that. But who gives a fuck what you like to see? Because what about me and my comfort and my happiness? That's who I am, because I know that what I'm doing and what I'm saying, it's not rude. It's not disrespectful. Is it hard to hear? fucking maybe, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean it's not the truth. That doesn't mean that you don't need to hear these things. That doesn't mean that what I'm doing is wrong because you're not comfortable. I don't give a fuck. And the real gonna rock and the fake gonna get. And that's cool with me. I'm cool with that now. Before I wasn't cool with that. I was friends with people who I shouldn't have been friends with. I was putting up with shit that I shouldn't be putting up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am so much more than what people have tried to make of me. And that's what this is about. Find that. Don't let what other people try to tell you, get in your head, make you feel like you're some other person that you're not. Find yourself, okay? Go within to get rid of this, the deception, and just be you. Just be you. First two tarot cards that came out was the World and the Six of Cups. And this is about getting the return. Getting the return on what you put out. Your bounty, your harvest. It's coming back for you. The World is a cyclical energy. It's about cycles. It's coming back for you. But you have to be yourself. You have to open yourself up to God. You have to hold your vision. You have to be who you are so radically that you cannot be wavered. That you cannot be moved. Things might hurt your feelings. You might lose people. You might grieve a little bit. You might be a little sad to leave behind what you've always known. But know that the harvest that is coming, the rebirth that is coming, the miracles that are coming, the way that God is going to show up in your life is going to be so worth it. None of that shit is worth your true happiness. None of it is. It's not worth it, bro. That was a powerful reading. I'm so happy that I was able to do that and give that to y'all. I didn't even read the things I said I would from this book about the other goddesses, but I will, because I told y'all I would, but I didn't. So some of y'all were looking for that. Whew, that's definitely the end of the reading because my voice is, you know. Okay, so card number 5, that was the Buya Nahada. That was her with Radical Rebirth. These are such beautiful cards. Hers says, born around 1840, Sharwe Yakasikana channeled a Hondoro. Y'all, these words, they're from obviously another continent. And obviously I'm African American. I'm African American. Honestly, I am who I am. But for the sake of this reading, I'm African American. I was taken away from my roots, you know, so I don't really know these words. Like I said, I've been reading and studying, but these are all new to me. Anyway, so just forgive me as I read these names. Yeah, so she channeled a Hondoro, an ancient royal lion spirit. Interesting. Named Nahada, who has been incarnated by revolutionary Shona women for at least 500 years. Heralded as Buya Nahada, Grandmother Nahada, this great ancestress was a healer who declared war against colonial occupation. Declared war against colonial occupation. And was I not just talking about my job? And this stupid fucking credit scores and paycheck to paycheck shit and this American, I was just talking about that, bro. That's how I know that this is real. That's how I know. That's why I smile. That's why I believe what I believe. That's why I move the way I move. And that is why I love God with all my heart. Because he really will help you. He will really talk to you. The answers you seek, all you have to do is ask. Genuinely ask. Genuinely be open to receiving the answer. Let me finish reading. I'm so sorry. Yes, you can. This is what it says. Her guidance. Yes, you can. Stop the struggle. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you rise again and again. Didn't I just say the song I've been channeling is Rise Up? This, you would think it's fake. Like, you would think that I planned this, but I didn't. You saw me shuffle these cards, bro. I'm about to cry because this shit is just... Dust yourself off, move forward, and go for it again. Life is about transition and change. You will fall on your face, change your mind, and need to make a comeback again and again. Release the idea that you messed up if things aren't perfect. Stop waiting to be ready. Make new choices and decisions. Still, I rise. I'm so glad this is recorded because this is powerful, bro. And honestly, I'm probably not even going to edit this. I used to never edit my tarot videos. I mean, I used to edit them a little bit with shit. Man, I edited a little bit, whatever. All right, card 43. Abol Nimba. This was the goddess of harvest. I love her beautiful dress. Abol is a Baga fertility goddess, and Nimba is her living spiritual healing mask. Together, they embody the sacred feminine in abundance. Give thanks. I just said be thankful. Give thanks. You are being blessed. It is harvest time. Pray attention. Not pay, pray attention. A season of great harvest is a season of great epiphanies. You are prospering. Harvest is when you reap the blessings that you have sown. The harvest is not just the fulfillment of your dreams, but the creation of them. Your thoughts, your imagination, the blessing of you being here another day on this earth. That is all harvest. What seeds of generosity, love, support, and goodwill can you sow in your community to create a bountiful harvest for all? We are always prospering. Help other people. That's the main thing I got from that. When you are blessed, you bless others. Period. Aizan. This is the last one. This was Miracles card 42. Beautiful. I just got my idea for my next photo shoot. I really got to hurry up now so I can write it down. I just got my idea for my next photo shoot. I did. Okay. Mambo, which means priestess. Aizan is the wise Haitian Iwa, which means deity. Queen of the market, riches, and sacred initiations. Respect her as the highly venerated spirit of the first priestess. You are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. You claim you want miracles, but you take in, I'll believe it when I see it approach. What if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, and have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self, do what awakens your soul, and have your desires. This is life's miracle. If you haven't witnessed your miracle yet today, ask for it and allow it in. My life is full of miracles. What a beautiful reading. What a beautiful reading. What a beautiful reading. What a beautiful reading. Like I said, I'm going to pull our mindfulness card now. That is, I'm sure you guys have seen his name before. I know you have. He's very well known. I wish I could pronounce his name. I just can't. We're going to pull a peace card to leave you guys with. Hopefully in the future, I can make shorter videos. But this was a powerful, maybe just the once a week, it'll be longer. So you guys will get the longer versions of the videos. Maybe, we'll see. Spirit, what card do we need? What can we be mindful of for the week going forward? The ever-changing body is what it says. I'm going to read the card. We can learn to see our physical form as a river. Our body is not a static thing. It changes all the time. It is very important to see our physical form as something impermanent, as a river that is constantly changing. Every cell in our body is a drop of water in that river. Birth and death are happening continuously in every moment of our daily life. We must live every moment with death and life present at the same time. Both death and life are happening at every instant in the river in our physical body. We can train ourselves in this vision of impermanence. Expect powerful change. Just keep doing you. Be open to the change. Allow yourself to move with that change, to flow with that change, because a lot of things are not permanent. So I'll leave you with that. I really hope this reading resonated with you the way it did with me. I hope you take the messages and actually heed them and apply them to your life so that what you are hoping for and dreaming for will manifest. I want that for you. God wants that for you. Your higher self wants that for you. And so it shall be. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.